Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 4 of Feed the Beast with NearbyGamer. Hey, I'm here with NearbyGamer. What's up, man?
Not much at all. We're ready? Ready to start this?
Ready to
Sweet.
start playing some Feed the Beast. I'm on episode 4. What episode are you on, by the way? 3?
This would be 3 for me. Yeah, it's a little confusing for you viewers out there, viewer lad. But I think I told most of the people. Yeah, I recorded 2 parts. You recorded 4 parts. So we should be equivalent to each other now.
Sweet. I'm killing zombies actually as I speak. My viewers can see this. You can't see it.
Killing zombies, eh?
Yeah, remember that cliff that you made me build all the way around the back of the monument?
Yeah, I have the same thing. I have a whole bunch of zombies.
Oh, look, there's a creeper. Darn creepers. I want him to die.
Did you not put like a wall up there to block you, or are you just getting him for the EMC?
No, I should go build something over there to like put lights up and stuff to prevent bad guys from spawning at night. But it looks like dawn's about to come, so that's probably good.
Yeah, that'll save you. Dawn.
Totally.
It's a good thing.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. So, you all ready to roll on this map?
I think I am. I'm deconstructing something that was horribly built, so I think you might guess what that is.
Was it your mob spawner thingy?
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice. That's okay. I've got some pretty terribly built things myself over here, and after thinking it through while I was off for a couple days, I was like, dude, I really need to rebuild like all of this. That's my plan.
Quick together, and we're like, oh, this is not going to work very well.
No, not at all.
Well, after spending, what, 5 hours for finding how to get iron? I mean,
yeah.
We were a little frustrated to begin with. We were like, how in the world?
Seriously. I just killed a creeper, and he didn't even be kind enough to leave me some goodies. No gunpowder for me.
Aw.
Yeah. Rude creeper. Rude. That's what I say.
Did you ask nicely, though? You gotta ask him nicely after you kill him.
No, they're not. They're not good to me.
Alright, so at least that's taken down. No creepers are gonna fall on me. Now, to figure out this whole mob spawner grinder thing.
Oh, that's what you're gonna do, huh?
I figure that's the best way to get EMC right now. I'm thinking.
Yeah, you're probably right. I was kind of thinking the same thing. But maybe. I'm going to go ahead and mute you because I want to talk about what I'm going to do, but I don't want you to hear.
Alright.
I'll catch up with you in a bit. Alright, guys. So now that I've got Nearby muted here, I don't want him hearing what I've got planned. I've got a bunch of stuff I want to do this episode. I've got so much ready to go, I don't even know what to say. Couple things I want to start off with. First off, I'm knocking off all this wheat and getting all these seeds and whatnot. I want to restart my wheat farm here. Basically what I'm planning is I'm going to probably pick up all this stuff. Maybe, we'll see. I need to get a good amount of cobblestone, and I'm going to start building out around here because I want to have a nice area to work with. I will be building a mob spawner, and yes, it'll be a lot better than the one that I built in my Let's Play series. So if you did check out my Let's Play series and you're like, dude, why'd you build such a bad mob spawner? It wasn't that bad, but part of it was I was half hoping that Nearby would be like checking out my video and saying like, ooh, I'll copy that design. So I didn't build the best mob spawner available. What I do have in mind is going to be pretty solid, I hope. And right now I'm just going to extend this bridge area that I have to try and give myself a little bit more room to get around. Like I said, got a few things in mind to start with, and we'll see where things go from there. So how about I start working on a nice platform here, plus I have a really good way to get EMC, which I'll get to in just a few moments. But for now, I need a nice platform to operate with. So I'll be back in a few minutes once I'm done building out a nice little platform area. Looking good. Alright guys, so I built a nice little area over there, but what I want to do next is going to take place right over here. I want to do this on this side of my building because I don't want Nearby to see what I'm doing. This is going to be top secret. I don't think he knows about this, but after doing a little bit of research on good ways to get EMC with the items I got, I found that I was given something exactly pretty much what I needed to get a good amount of EMC here, and I'll be going ahead and using that in a few minutes once I head out in this general direction over here. I want to build a nice little platform to live on for this process, and that's going to pretty much reside like this. Looking good so far. How about I'll get this guy ready and be back once I've got a nice platform over here. Alright, finishing up this little platform that I'm going to live on. Now here's a great way to get EMC for you Skyblock players. Mushrooms, actually, are awesome EMC. So I'm going to go get, drop off some of my items, get my Philosopher's Stone over here. Probably going to need a few more pieces of bone meal. So let's see what I got in my chest. I'm going to need my Philosopher's Stone. That's an important part of this. I need some more bone meal. I've only got 2 pieces, so let's grab, I don't know. That looks good. And we'll transmute this stuff. Saplings should transmute directly into bone meal. Perfect. And then a couple other things I want to make. Let's see. I need some... How about I make a project table real quick? That sounds like a plan. How am I for wood? Plenty. So let's see. I want to say a project table requires a chest. One of these guys, and I believe some smooth stone, which I may not have any on me, so I'm going to get some. That looks cool. So, chest, let's see. I want to say it's just wood here, and smooth stone along the top. Hey, there we go, project table. Nice. And then I want to get myself some sticks. And I need a good spot to put this project table, so let's just taunt him with it right there. And these guys are going to craft for me axes, okay? And I'm probably going to want 1, 2, 3. That sounds cool. And while I'm here, why don't I drop off all this wheat that I've got and seeds. Sweet. So, what's so awesome about mushrooms and their EMC value? Well, mushrooms are worth about the same EMC value as, I want to say, saplings and wood, which is 32. So it's the same amount of EMC. I should really make that a little bit safer to walk along. What do you guys think? So what I'm going to do is transmute this block right here into dirt, place down my mushroom, and let them grow. Woot! And give it a minute here. Not every mushroom block drops mushrooms. But look how much faster it is to harvest. It's good stuff. And hopefully he can't see me over here. I don't think he can. Unless he sneaks around the back of the platform. He's probably already working on his mob grinder, which is something I do want to get to very soon. But I'm going to harvest up some EMC out of this guy real quick. And I'll be back. So there you go. Look, I got 16 of these mushrooms out of 1 growth. And bone meal is worth the same amount of EMC as a mushroom. So lots of EMC, as you can see, comes out of doing this. And I found the red mushrooms to be best because the brown mushrooms tend to grow a little bit taller than Steve here can knock stuff down. So red one is the one I decided I liked more. So yeah, not much time spent. I just got myself a few mushrooms here. I think I taught mushroom stew to my transmutation table, so a good way to get it. That stuff's worth about the same amount of EMC. And for the rest, whatever, I'll get some bone meal and maybe some wooden planks. Sure, why not? Alright, now that I've got all this good stuff hanging out, I'm going to go ahead and deposit my mushrooms here. And I want to be the first one to get a mob farm going. And it looks like he's already working on his mob farm, I guess, maybe. So I should probably go investigate and find out if that's the case. So yeah, why don't I get myself a bit more cobble and probably a few more torches and get ready to start building. Alright, so remember I said I had a nice platform here, and I should probably eat because I'm getting a little hungry. Looking good. I'm going to build out 3 blocks wide here. And I'm going to make this guy... I want to have this thing relatively close to where I'm at, because I want to make sure that mobs can spawn when I'm nearby, so I don't want this thing too far away. No, bad. And building is slow and tedious without the mercurial stone, something I most definitely miss, but oh well. Gotta do what we gotta do, right guys? Let's make sure we have a nice amount of light here. We don't want any creepers sneaking up on us. And maybe I'll, well, looks like I'm not too far away from being done with this platform piece of it at least. So I'm just gonna do this. Remember, I'm trying to be as conservative as I can be with cobblestone, so that is what my goal is. Now, pretty much what I've got planned here is the following. Definitely want this to be bright enough right here. Oh, I forgot to put torches over there, so that was not a good decision by me to forget torches. So let's let these guys fall off. Good zombies. Be stupid. Don't want any mobs spawning over here. Ha ha. So, it's a little bit of a tough time to start building this, but I think we'll be alright. Now, there's one more other thing I need to build. Why don't I get the resources I need and get it crafted, and I'll be right back. Alright, so what did I grab? I created myself some ladders here. Now, the purpose of the ladder is I'm going to be building this pretty tall. So let's see. Right here is probably going to be the center of my tower. So my tower is going to be something like this. No, not there. What's the plan here? 1, 2, I need one more block wide. So I want basically a 3 by 3 block in the middle. Looks like I need to craft myself. Did I keep any sticks on me? Why would I have kept sticks on me? What am I, some kind of smart guy who does stuff that I should do? Definitely not. Alright, I need some more sticks. Craft myself up a couple of these. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, right. So I want to build this thing up, a really tall tower, and this is going to be basically a gravity-based trap. So what I'm going to have here is something like this.
These are the kind of refrigerators.
Okay, so this is going to be the center of my tower where all the mobs fall. And they're basically going to fall right about here, I'm thinking. Yep, this is about it. And this will be the floor that they fall onto. And right here is going to be a special nice little block. There. And then here is going to be the tower that they fall down through. Okay. So this looks pretty cool. Sweet. Now I can get rid of this and this block, because they were only temporary. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to wind up having some stuff here. An item here, and a block here. And you guys will just have to wait and see what all this is going to turn out to be. But for now, I'm going to start building up. And the way I'm going to do that is by placing ladders. Now I want this guy to be about 28 blocks tall, so that's why I grabbed myself 28 ladders. And then I can just start building up, and I know when I run out of ladders that I've built as high as I need to. So let's get going by doing this. And I'm going to be doing this for the next, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes. And I don't think that would be very good recording time, so I'll be back once I've made progress. How are you making out over there nearby?
Kind of okay.
Kind of okay. I see you left the game.
Yeah, I just exited on accident. Yeah, I didn't want you to see what I was doing, so I exited the game real quick.
Oh, yeah, because I totally can't see what you're doing anymore.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was going for.
The world shuts down when you leave.
Yeah, pretty much.
Cool.
I wish that's what happened, because then I could just stop you from building.
Yeah, that would be
I
nice.
wouldn't get anywhere. You wouldn't get anywhere, but at least we would be in the same position.
Well, yeah, that's why we shut down the server when we're not on.
You know what I really think you should have done? You should have let me do a co-op series with you first. That would have been like, I know all its tricks now.
Oh, yeah, that would have made it a lot more fair. But hey, you've done skyblock maps before, remember? I've never done these guys, so I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, but I did skyblock back when you could make a decent cobblestone generator and get 8 EMC for each one.
Yeah.
Now it's 1.
Nice.
So, although that is probably my best bet, I would have to say. Oh, wow, I forgot. I still had the I got 2-level mob grinder. Wow, that wasn't smart to think about. Oh, hopefully I get some mobs. Hopefully.
You got your mob grinder going already?
I don't know. I got an old-fashioned mob grinder.
Oh, yeah? What do you got?
The whole lava and with the water. Oh, gosh. Spider.
Nice. I made a lava blade in my Let's Play. Are you sure you didn't watch that?
Is that what that is, a lava blade? No, I'm watching the wiki right now.
Oh, nice.
Oh, did he fall? I think he fell from... Oh, that's a good thing. I hope you did. Just need more lava.
Lava's a cool
Lava
approach.
is expensive. 856 EMC. That's a lot of cobble.
Not for lava, for a bucket of lava.
Yeah, for a bucket of... Well, you can't just get a lava source block, can you?
You can't get a lava source block, but if you put an empty bucket in your trans table, and then
How much is empty bucket worth?
like 768.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yep, see, I'm a nice guy. This is a friendly competition, YouTubers. We are being nice to each other. You see that? Helping each other out.
Yeah. For some reason, I was thinking that too. Whoa. Okay, so that doesn't make any sense at all.
Why is that?
Oh, I must have had some EMC remaining in there. I put a bucket in there, and it was already giving me a lava bucket.
Yeah, you probably had some left over.
It just didn't show. Bitch.
Yeah, EMC and trans tables is a little bit buggy sometimes on multiplayer. Have you looked
Okay.
over and seen what I'm doing yet?
I have no clue. I need a zoom function. I need to be able to zoom in.
Isn't there one of those in vanilla?
Wow, a tower. A tower of power over there.
Yo, what's up, tower?
Is that your
Nice.
unique mob grinder?
No comment.
I can't see anything else coming out of that besides a mob grinder.
I
You're making
already
a
gave you
windmill,
tons of
aren't you?
hints.
You're making a windmill, aren't you?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm making.
Or the EU.
I need some EU, so I'm gonna make a windmill. That sounds like a plan.
Why not?
Very cool. I'm having a good time over here, man. I found a nice source of EMC, by the way. I'm not telling you what it is, though.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice source of EMC. What could that be? No hints. Gonna leave the hints out. Oh, did you die? Did you die?
Who, me?
No. Oh, okay, cool. Ah, thank you, mob. I really appreciate that.
Mobs are nice.
Yeah. They give. Well, you have to kill them first, but they still give.
Uh-huh.
Ow.
Uh-oh.
Until they kill you. Mobs are always
I see
nice.
it.
It's only the second death so far, so I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Compared to my Let's Plays, I'm doing good.
Nice.
I don't know if you die very much, off-screen or on-screen, but I know I die a lot.
I try not to, but I do.
When I get like the dark matter and all that, I'm pretty much I never die, but okay. Well, how am I supposed to get my stuff back? That's the question. Looks like it's stuck all on those blocks I have up there. Good thing I have a
Nice.
cobblestone generator.
That's true. Alright, I'm gonna mute you again because I want to talk about what I'm doing, but I don't want you to hear.
All right, just forget to.
Exactly. Alright, I muted him. Don't worry, he can't hear me. So what I'm building is a mob grinder, as I told you guys a minute ago. And this is basically the approach I'm taking. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks to the end here. And remember I said that water will only flow 8 blocks long. So this is going to be a canal for my mobs to fall into. And wait till you guys see how cool this mob grinder is. It's a lot better, like I said, than the one I built in my Let's Play series. So hopefully this will yield some really good EMC for me. So this will be the first of 4 canals. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... and then they're falling to their death. Wahahaha. From there, I just need to bump up here, and probably I'll build out, like, I don't know, put a little block there temporarily. That sounds cool. And here, I'm going to build this like the alternate side here. So, probably start here to here. And, again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And your 9th block is going to be the wall for your source blocks to sit on. Cool? And then just like this, all the way back. Not here. That doesn't belong. Cool. So hopefully this mob grinder turns out pretty good. I have a feeling that because of the fact that we're in a world skyblock map like this. Now remember in my Let's Play I wasn't getting a lot of spawns, but that's because there's this whole world for them to spawn on. In the map that we're on now, there's not a lot of mobs that are available for spawning, so I think that basically turns out to be woot for us. Alright, so I'll be right back once I've got the rest of my plan ready. Alright guys, the foundations of this mob trap are in place. Now these blocks here, while obviously won't exist once we go live with this little mob trap here, but they're just for me to get around in right now. Now the rest of this mob trap is actually pretty simple and straightforward. From here I just need to build out and get myself some platforms for mobs to spawn on. And that's going to exist from here out to here. So pretty much fill in this little platform area and mobs can spawn up here. But before I finish filling this in, I want to get some water up here flowing. Maybe not just yet. I don't know, we'll see. But basically, I'm putting in the outset of my platform. That seemed like 8-ish to me, maybe one more. Yep, looking good. So like I said, just building a platform for mobs to spawn on. And I'm going to fill in the cobblestone all around. So why don't I get that going, and I'll be right back. Oh, one too many. Alright guys, it's coming together. See? This is the basic design that I'm going with. And then I just need to fill in the other platforms and we'll be in a lot better shape, ready to roll. So, like I said, just filling in the platform up here and I'm ready to go. While I'm doing this, why don't I catch you guys up on some of the things that I did off camera. We ended last episode at episode 3. That I pretty much didn't do too much except punch trees for a while and collect wood. And that was before I discovered the awesomeness of mushrooms. And from there, I did a couple other little things. Number one, I managed to get the alchemical chest that was inside the nether. Now, I don't want to tell you guys the official way to do it because there was a much easier way than the way I used. But remember that alchemical chest that was in the nether down there? Yeah, that guy is mine now. And I actually already burned him up for EMC, and he's worth a little bit more than a diamond. So I traded in that alchemical chest for a diamond. But don't worry, I taught the transmutation table about the alchemical chest. And I'll be able to craft one in the future if I ever need one. I don't foresee a need for an alchemical chest, but I'm sure at some point soon here I'll have enough EMC that I might want to, you know, use it for a nice chest like that. How did I do it? Well, I just took a nice big old source of lava into the nether with me, a bucket full of lava, and wound up just placing it right next to that alchemical chest that was down there. Then I let it fall down a little bit and pick the lava source block back up. And by doing that, I basically was able to sit in the lava for a few seconds before I died. Then I faced up with my camera and placed some cobblestone blocks below the walkway that I have in the nether down there. And then I was able to extend that area and collect the thingy. Sweet. Coming to fruition here. It's getting dark, which is not a good thing for my mob grinder. You would think, hey, mob grinder, dark, perfect, but that's actually not what I want just yet. I would like to get some sleep going on here, but I don't think Nearby is going to let me. Let's see if I can talk Nearby into let me sleep through the night. Hey, Nearby, how's it going?
Pretty good. I think I figured out what you were doing, but I've actually seen something like that before.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I don't know if I don't think it was your Let's Play, but I've seen something like that before, so.
Probably not mine. I don't think I've ever built one like that before. Hey, you want to sleep through the night here?
Why? You getting mobs up there?
I might get mobs up there.
I guess I could help you out. I don't have a bed, though.
No? You don't have any wool?
I guess I could make a bed. How do you have wool? Did you already use string for wool? Really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to waste that EMC for you. I guess I can try.
Oh, you don't have to. It's okay. I understand.
No, I got it. I'll do it.
Yeah. That would be cool.
I'll help you out. Okay,
Or if you don't want to craft the bed, you can just log out for a second.
I crafted the bed.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I hope Tog and them aren't on the server. That's not going to be a problem, is it? Let's see.
Well, depends. Oh.
Hey, there we go. Woot. It's daytime.
I know there's like a plugin that you can have like if the majority of you sleep. So if they still are on the server, it might.
Yeah, it might be that. Sweet.
Yeah, we are, but we don't count for much of anything while we're vanished.
So. Oh, nice.
Oh, just what it does. Okay, cool.
That's cool.
Interesting enough.
Good deal. So my players can hopefully see what I'm doing here. That should be enough.
My mob grinder's not looking too awesome.
Why is that?
Oh, it's not working very well. I'll have to change pace a little bit.
Cool. Alright, I'm muting you again. Thanks for sleeping. Alright guys, nearby sleeping through the night definitely saved me some time on building this mob grinder, because I didn't want to have to put a whole bunch of torches up there just yet to prevent mobs from spawning, but I still have some work to do. So he's muted again, he can't hear what I'm doing, but I'm climbing up top here, and this is the basic gist of what the mob grinder is going to do. So by placing these buckets of water like this, they should extend all the way to the end, see? Perfect. So I know I built this side correct. Let's get some water here, and you can see we did get a spider spawn, but that's alright, they're friendly during the day. At least I hope they are. Awesome. That side is properly constructed as well. So that's what I wanted to see. And even though you're friendly during the day, I'm going to attack you, Mr. Spider. Yay, string. Alright, let's go back down and convert these empty buckets into water buckets. And you saw I was doing that with EMC. A bucket of water is worth 1 more EMC than an empty bucket, because a water source block is basically worth 1 EMC, which makes sense because of how easy water source blocks are to get. If I wanted to, I wouldn't even have to waste 1 EMC. I could just collect it right here. Forgot I had this little infinite pool, but, you know, it's 1 EMC. I'm not going to cry about it. There we go, and that guy. Everybody happy, or are we, like, being funny here? What's going on? Server lag, maybe? What the what? Alright, I'll be back once I've got water. I went up going transmutation table. That infinite water pool is doing funny things. I don't know exactly what the deal is, but I'm not going to worry about it. How am I for cobble? I might need a little bit more cobble than I have on me. So let's go to our cobble gen here, which is churning out cobble like there's no tomorrow, and steal some more. Sweet. So what I'm going to do is go up here now. Pig zombie. I think he's trying to build a mob grinder in the nether, which, if he does get a bunch of gold nuggets, is probably a pretty good idea. But I know you can't place water source blocks in the nether, so I don't know how much luck he's going to have with that. Beats me. I guess we'll find out. So I'm going to go ahead and chew this stuff up, because we don't want any of this here. Now let's see a good example of what this is going to do. See the cobblestone there? It's going to get pushed directly down into this area, where it will fall more than 26 blocks. Well, more than 23. I think it's 23 to kill mobs, or 24 maybe. I don't know exactly, but hopefully this is enough to kill stuff. Alright, now that I've got my water source blocks all in their position, I can go ahead and sneak down here. And remember that ladders will block water source blocks from falling, so I don't have to worry about that water source block being there. Sweet. I'm liking it. I'm going to go, the reason I came down before continuing this build is I want to deposit my buckets. I've got a lot of EMC worth of energy in these buckets here. I want to get rid of about 3 of them and get myself a piece of gold, followed by, oh, I don't know, how about some wood? Sure, why not? And another piece of cobble. Empty out my thing entirely. You guys can see that I now have 3 diamonds worth of gold. Nice. I like everything about that. I've only got 1 more diamond to go before I can really do stuff. Okay? So, let's get up there and get building. Perfect. So, all I gotta do now is build a wall up here, and basically, I want it to be 2 blocks tall. Okay, and the reason for this is we don't want Endermen spawning in here. Endermen will spawn, start picking up my cobble blocks, and start being a general nuisance. So we don't want Endermen to spawn inside this spawning area. So if we keep the area 2 blocks tall, we won't get any Endermen. They require 3 blocks tall to spawn. So I'm going to have a 3rd level here eventually that's going to be my roof, but for now I'm just outlining it all. Why am I building a roof? Well, remember how I said that there's no other area for mobs to spawn at the moment? Well, that's going to hold true, especially during the day. So that means pretty much the entire capacity for mob spawns Pigman again. The entire capacity for mob spawns will be taken up inside this tower. So there's going to be a lot of mob spawning. At least that's the theory. We're going to have to wait and see that I did everything correctly, and I hope I did. Hopefully it's tall enough. Remember I said it should be about 23 to 24 blocks of height to kill them. And I built it out, what was it, 28, I think, ladders I brought. So we should have a few more blocks than we needed. And basically, by building like this and putting a roof on top, it'll always be dark inside this room. We'll get a bunch of mobs spawning, and they'll all start milling around. Now, the other thing that I'm kind of, I wouldn't call it an exploit, but the thing that I'm using, the behavior of mobs, is that they don't mind falling 2 blocks. Mobs are totally okay, I think, falling up to 3 blocks. So by building this thing as tall as I did, we should be in good shape. So now it's just time for a roof. And that is here. So mobs will fall a total of 2 blocks, or maybe even 3, without worrying too much about it. So that means they don't have any problem jumping into that pool of water. However, they can't climb up 2 blocks. So once they fall in that water, they're pretty much stuck. And then they'll fall all the way down. They'll get pushed by the water. Gravity will kill them. And then I have a contraption that I need to build in a bit of a minute or two before I probably finish this thing off. And why don't I get that ready now before I finish this roof up? Yeah, that probably sounds like a good idea. Well, it's not that important. How about I meet you guys downstairs in a minute, and then I'll come back to finish this roof. Yeah, that sounds good. And we shouldn't have any problems with mobs spawning up here just yet, because the roof isn't nearly finished, and daylight hours, we've got a little bit of time. Alright, that's good enough. I'll meet you guys downstairs in about a minute. Almost killed my source block there. What was I thinking? Good. Alright guys, this is a pretty good wrapping up point for episode 4. Come back next time in episode 5 where I'll finish up that mob spawner.